as per the last class, we have left with, okay, data types. Like what are data types we left with? We left with Boolean, right? Not here. I will open this data types. We left with strings and Boolean. These two topics has not covered. Today we are going to cover these two topics as well. First of all, I will tell you what is Boolean. Boolean means true or false. Boolean means
So
true or
Boolean
false.
means two conditions, true or false.
True or false. Good, very good. So Boolean means true or false. If the statement is true, then I could show this true. If the statement is false, show that it's false. So we need to show that one, right? Whether statement is true or false. So that's why we call it as Boolean. Okay. So go to our project, go to our folder, go to our package, and create a class like Boolean. We know how to create a class. Boolean class. Okay. Always a good practice. Keep this class name should be capital letter. My teacher class, nothing but my main method is going to keep in my program. Then only I can execute it. I think we have seen this in last class itself. Just remove the things with a comment. Okay. The syntax for the variable, the data type, what we written like that, just write Boolean. Nothing we need to write. Just write Boolean. Write k equal to f equal to f equal to. It can be any variable. H equal to or Boolean b equal to anything. Right? Can be true or false. Java is a case sensitive language. Okay, we need to focus on the case sensitive. So if I write true, then the value of b is true. Whatever we are seeing that, see that color, purple color things are predefined variables, predefined language that are available in Java. See the purple color package is from Java, public is from Java, class is Java, but main I have written it, right? It's not from Java. I need main method to write it. Without main method I can write a program, but I can't execute it. Main method lekunda program రాస్తాను నేను రాయగలను, బట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వదు. అది మనం చూసాం ఆల్రెడీ క్లాసెస్ లో. బూలియన్ అనేది జావాలో తీసుకున్నాము, ట్రూ అనేది కూడా జావాలో తీసుకున్నాము. నా వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ b is true. Now I try to print it, SYSO, control space, just print b, or else I will write the value of b is, the value of b is, just print that b, concatenate the b value. Now I am trying to print it. The value of b is true. Opposite you can take false. Let's say I'm going to take another Boolean value. Boolean as a data type. F equal to write false. Okay. Now what I will do, I will copy this and paste it here itself. The value of f is, just write f here itself. Now I'll try to print it. It will print true or false. Now my condition is I want to print opposite. If my condition is true, I need to print false. If my printer is condition is false, I need to print true. Opposite, right? Sometimes it may happen, right? Whether I am not able to log into the application, right? Which means I could see an error. That's nothing but false. If it is false, I can show that yes, I could able to see a proper value. Make the statement as true. That means I want to print it opposite. If the statement delivers or gives a false statement, just print it as a true. If the statement gives a true statement, print is at a false. Opposite. It's not equal to. But not equal to one use chestamo. I will take another value, Boolean. Sorry. A equal to true. Okay. Now it's going to print the value of A. The value of A opposite is. How can I print opposite? Opposite is explanation. Idea symbol ఉంటుంది, reverse direction. Just write A. It will print opposite. It is not equal to. This symbol is not equal to. Okay. Wait just a minute. Let me increase the font. Somewhere it will be. Code editor accuracy. Welcome help content. Okay, I think somewhere it will be there. I will check in tomorrow and update you. Somewhere it show only, I think. Okay, tomorrow I will see it. Okay, I will try to increase the font from tomorrow onwards. Okay. So here the symbol shows that it is a opposite. So try to print the value. Here the value assigned is true, but I want to print as a false, right? Now try to print it. Printing false, the opposite of the result, right? This is the way you can do it. Now in the same notepad, I'm providing the notepad, right? Where is our class? This one. So, here the program not equal to. How can you not equal to? No. How can it not equal to? I can write like this, but it cannot be not equal to. From database pointer, it is not equal to. Okay. Okay. Now, what the notes, right? So now take the value x, Boolean, right? We are done with short, right, integer also done. So I will write the things. 1.2 is int has been done, and 1.4 we have discussed about long, 1.5 load, 1.6 double, 1.7 is Boolean, or okay, char of 1.8 char. Okay. Now I will write a small statement here itself. I am not executing value. Okay, listen it very carefully. Boolean h equal to tell me whether this statement is correct. Whether this statement is correct. You feel correct, right? I'll pair here itself. Must state correct or not. So try to remove it. Remove చేశాను అండి. I'm getting error. Why I'm getting error? Capital T ఉంది అక్కడ. చూడండి అక్కడ. Java అనేది case sensitive language. So use the exact predefined values only. మన own కి రాయొద్దు. So remove this and make it as true. Then it will work. రాసేటప్పుడు ట్రూ ఇలా కాలం తప్పులు రాస్తూ ఉంటాం. క్యాపిటల్ టీ వదిలేస్తాం. సార్ ఎందుకు సార్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వట్లేదు? ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కాదు. సరే వదిలేండి. ఇప్పుడు ఇలా రాయొచ్చా? Now it is true. That is correct, right? Can I do like this? Okay. You know, I will write here itself. Error I will get, right?
Sir, you are not given h value, sir.
What h value? I give h value, right? But I am not printing it, right?
Okay, sir.
Let me keep this in a double quotes. Whether the statement is correct or not. Whether the statement is correct or not. Just give 1 minute. Just give 1 minute. Why is not correct? Boolean condition true or false అంటున్నారు. ఏంటండి? కరెక్ట్ అనిపిస్తుందా? చూద్దాం. I let h1. Okay, already we have taken h, right? Just copy, just go here. See, these are exponents we need to do, but initial time doing I'm doing it. So error. See that color of the true. The color of the true becomes blue color. Guys, please unmute. Everyone has to unmute. I could see kid voice. Please unmute. Okay. The color of the true becomes blue. That's why it is not predefined. So, which means the syntax for the Boolean is not correct. Boolean will show only two values, true or false, without any double quotes, without any values. The true should be small letters, false should be in a small letters only. That one you have to keep in mind, okay? Because if we dealing, whenever we're dealing with if conditions, right, we'll deal with Boolean, okay? We need to recall it. What is Boolean? As Boolean and ఏంటో మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి రీకాల్ చేయాలన్నమాట. కాబట్టి ఒకసారి బూలియన్ చాలా ట్రై చేయండి. ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసేటప్పుడు మనం బూలియన్ ఎక్కువ వాడుతూ ఉంటాం. ఒక కండిషన్ ట్రూ అయితేనే కదా దాన్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కావాలని చెప్తున్నాను. సో దోస్ ఆర్ థింగ్స్ యూ విల్ డూ ఇట్, ఓకే? So remove the statements here itself. So this is about Boolean. Okay, you can store true or false only. Now my condition is, next one is string. So we have seen character, right? Character lo any elements store chesukogalanu? 124 values, right? But any single quotes lo store chesukogalam? Only one, right? Only one. Go here, see the character. In character I can store only one element. Okay, I didn't write any more. Konradam. K equal to single quotes H. The capital H అయినా small h అయినా 1 అయినా 2 అయినా 3 అయినా 4 అయినా 9 అయినా రాసుకోవచ్చు. సింగిల్ కోట్ మనం ఒకటే ఎలిమెంట్ రాయగలం. బట్ లెట్స్ సెన్స్ రియల్ టైమ్ లో అలా ఉండదు. ఇట్స్ కన్సిడర్ మై నేమ్ ఇస్ మనోహర్. హౌ కెన్ ఐ రైట్ ఇన్ ఏ సింగిల్ కోట్ విత్ సింగిల్ క్యారెక్టర్? కెనాట్ బి హ్యాపెన్. కాబట్టి అండ్ స్టోర్ విత్ ఏ string, that is not multiple characters. If any scenario come to picture to store in a multiple characters, అప్పుడు మనం ఏం యూస్ చేస్తాం? స్ట్రింగ్ అని యూస్ చేసి దట్ హ్యాస్ టు కీప్ ఇన్ ఏ డబుల్ కోట్స్ పెట్టాలి. ఆపోజిట్ క్యారెట్ సింగిల్ కోట్, స్ట్రింగ్ అయితే డబుల్ కోట్స్. క్యారెట్ ఒకటే వాల్యూ, స్ట్రింగ్ అయితే ఎన్ని వాల్యూస్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఒకటే కాదు 100 లక్షలు తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ డేటా టైప్ ఇస్ స్ట్రింగ్. ఇట్ ఇస్ ఏ వాట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా టైప్? ఇట్ ఇస్ ఏ నాన్ ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా టైప్. మర్చిపోవద్దండి, నాన్ ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా టైప్. ఎరేస్ గురించి ఇప్పుడు చెప్పను, ఎరేస్ గురించి కలెక్షన్స్ టాపిక్ చెప్తాను. ఐ విల్ డీల్ విత్ ఎరేస్ వెన్ ఎవర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ కలెక్షన్. కోర్ జావా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత కలెక్షన్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. వన్స్ కలెక్షన్ ఆర్ క్లియర్ దెన్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ ద సెలీనియం. ఓకే, దేర్ ఆర్ మెనీ రోడ్ మ్యాప్స్ ఆర్ దేర్, బట్ నాట్ రైట్ నౌ. ఐ గోయింగ్ టు డిస్క్లోజ్ ద థింగ్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ string class, string 1. And one more thing, don't write class, string, int. Don't create classes like that. Don't create classes with predefined values. Just write string, just write 1. Then it cannot be a predefined value, right? If you write it right, then it create a problem for you. Okay, string 1, I'm going to store my value, right? String, so this string is a class. Let me tell you, string is a class, predefined class, due to which మనం రాసే బూలియన్, we have taken boolean, int, float, char, short 1 తీసుకున్నాం కదా. They start with small letter only. Boolean B starts with small letter, int start with int small letter, float F small letter, long L small letter, double D small letter. String is a class. I told you, right? Class has to be stored with respect to capital letters. So that's why string is a class, and to start with capital letter, except string each and every should be in a small letter. String s equal to or name equal to just give me 1 minute there. So you can give any variable name, string name n, k, b, anything you can write it. Okay, string n equal to, like I will say n equal to, string is opposite to character, right? It should be in double quotes, and write anything, write your name or else Batch-9 automation. Okay, so I can store this in a string. Now I can to print it. How can I print it? SYSO system.println and print as, just print n. Save it and run it. Right click, run as Java application. So as Batch-9 automation. Any questions? We are done with data types. Today we are done with data types. Any questions, guys? If you want to do an experiment, I can do the experiment. Let me know you have any questions. Please respond. Any questions? Any concerns?
No, sir.
చెప్పండి. డబుల్ కోట్స్ మీరు ఏదైనా ఇవ్వండి, మొత్తం భగవద్గీత రాసుకోవచ్చు అసలు. ఎక్కడ ఎంత స్కోర్? ఐఫోన్ ఇచ్చాను, అండర్ స్కోర్ కాదండి. ఏమన్నారు ఇప్పుడు తీసేయమంటారు అయితే ఇలాగా డబల్ కోట్స్ మీ ఏదినమండి. టేక్ ఎనీ క్యారెక్టర్, it has to print like that. Questions, concerns, clear? Data type. Can you move to another important topic? Not variables. Today I'm not going to deal with variables and deal with class and object. Very important అండి. ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్లాస్ అని తెలియకపోతే జావా నేర్చుకోవద్దు అసలు. ఓకే, లెట్స్ టేక్ ఎన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుంటాను, రియల్ టైమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుంటే క్లియర్ ఉంటుంది మీకు. ఓకే, ఐఎమ్ రన్నింగ్ ఏ సంథింగ్ లైక్ రైట్ బిల్డింగ్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ లో నేను రన్ చేస్తున్నానండి. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఓకే, పెద్ద బిల్డింగ్ సొసైటీ, ఓకే బిగ్ సొసైటీ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను, ఆర్ విల్లాస్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. 120 విల్లాస్ 200 విల్లాస్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. విల్లాస్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తున్నట్టే విల్లాస్ సేమ్ ఉంటాయా లేదా? ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి సేమ్. ఓకే, విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ సైజ్, డిఫరెంట్ సైజెస్ ఉన్నా నా నేమ్ మాత్రం సేమ్. ఆ విల్లాస్ ఇచ్చే నేమ్ మాత్రం ఇట్ ఈస్ ద బ్రాండ్. ఓకే, సంథింగ్ అనుకోండి, హోమ్, మై హోమ్ పూజా, మై హోమ్స్ ఉంది. ఒక బిగ్ సొసైటీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాడు, ఆ సొసైటీలో బిల్డింగ్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాడు, లేకపోతే విల్లాస్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాడు. ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి వాడు? గో ఫర్ ద ప్లానింగ్, ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డిజైనింగ్. ఒక విల్లా లేఅవుట్ తీసుకుంటారు ఫస్ట్. ఆ లేఅవుట్ విల్లా ఎలా కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్, సెకండ్ ఫ్లోర్, థర్డ్ ఫ్లోర్, ఆర్ విల్లా ఓన్లీ 2 floors. ఓకే, గ్రౌండ్ ఫ్లోర్ అండ్ టాప్ ఫ్లోర్. వాట్ ఆర్ ద థింగ్స్ వీ నీడ్ టు కన్సిడర్? వాట్ ఇస్ సైజ్ ఆఫ్ ద బెడ్రూమ్, వాట్ ఇస్ సైజ్ ఆఫ్ ద హాల్, వాట్ ఇస్ ద సైజ్ ఆఫ్ కిచెన్? ఇదంతా దే విల్ రైట్ ఇన్ ఆర్కిటెక్చరల్ డిజైన్. ఆ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డిజైన్ చేసుకుని ఎన్ని విల్లాస్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయగలం మనం? ఎన్నేం చేయగలం? యూ కెన్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ ఎన్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ buildings with respect to n number of villas with respect to only one paper work, one blueprint. ఒక blueprint నుంచి one paper work యూస్ చేసుకొని we can construct n number of villas. Now tell me, this blueprint, what the paper will call it as, right? It will take any space. Space అని తీసుకున్నా, memory తీసుకుందేమన్నా? But whenever constructing the building or a villa, right, can it take space? Can it take memory? Yes, right? Now tell me, without this paper, this blueprint, can I construct an building, villas? No. Right? ఈ బేస్ చేసుకొని, ఈ పేపర్ బేస్ చేసుకొని, పేపర్లో ఏమైతే నేను ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డిజైన్ చేసుకున్నాం అదే బేస్ చేసుకొని నేను n number of villas I can construct based on this one paper, blueprint of the paper, with the architecture design of the building. I can construct n number of buildings, but my reference is only a paper. The paper take space? No. It doesn't take any space, it doesn't have any weight, it doesn't have any memory also. But when I try to construct an apartment, when to construct a villa, it will take space, it will take memory. Correct? But what is the agenda of constructing villas? To live, right? To live. Without villas, we can't do it. We can't live in a paper. Can we live in a paper? No, right? We need to live in that buildings. Same like if you want to construct anything, you should need villas or objects, yes or no? Derived from blueprint. Derived from a blueprint ne class అని పిలుస్తున్నానండి. From the class we are deriving objects. Without class we can't have any objects. Can class and take memory? Well, objects can take memory. Google it, it's a object is the instance of a class. Definition ఉంటుంది ఇలాగే, అంటే instance of a class. No answer. Objects have smell, property, okay, behavior. అంటే tell me, if my object have, tell me your object has a behavior. ఏంటి f equal to 10 అని ఇచ్చింది, దానికి ఏం బిహేవియర్ ఉందండి? Sir, అది actually Google definition. I want to know the realistic definition of the object. Why you are creating objects? Without object we can't live without we can't live, right? We need to have object to write our program. Without object we can't do it anything. Andukane Java is a what type of language? Object oriented language. We live with object only, but without class we can't create objects. Okay, example చెప్తాను, then you can clear understand sir. ఇది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి సార్ చెప్తారు. ఏదైతే మన బ్లూ ప్రింట్ అన్నాం కదా, nothing but that a class, right? Class contains good. Actual class ఏముంటుంది, క్లాస్ లో ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం? వీఆర్ రైటింగ్ వేరియబుల్స్, వీఆర్ రైటింగ్ మెథడ్స్. క్లాస్ ఎవరు ఉంటారు? స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉంటారు. స్టూడెంట్స్ యొక్క వస్తువులు, రైట్? వాడి ఏజ్, వాడి థింగ్స్, వాడి బ్యాగ్, వాడి కలర్, వాడి హైట్, వాడి మార్క్స్, ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి కదా. ఇట్ కంటైన్స్, క్లాస్ విల్ కంటైన్స్ స్టూడెంట్స్, స్టూడెంట్స్ విల్ కంటైన్స్ వేరియబుల్స్, స్టూడెంట్స్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అని అర్థం. Same way, I'm creating a class. Let's consider my class is EEE class, EEE 4th year class. Okay, this is my class. This class will contain students. Okay, listen, very very important guys. Student 1 have student properties. It can be ఏముంటాయి? Integer వాడి age equal to 20, string what name is equal to Harish. See the student details, student 1 details. Okay, this is the information about student 1. I have another student, student 2, which contains int marks is equal to 400, int student father name is equal to Mahesh. Clear? Student 2 యొక్క details, right? So this is entirely in class. Obvious, మనకు ఒక మెయిన్ మెథడ్ కూడా ఉండాలి, టీచర్ క్లాస్. Okay, like that we have the things, right? So this is my class. This is my class. Okay, now see here, what is starting point, ending point వెళ్తున్నానండి. So the starting point of the class is here, ending point is here. Okay, this is my entire class. Oh, class లేదా పోయిందా? క్లాస్ పైన wait wrong అండి, క్లాస్ అది ఎగిరిపోయింది రాసేటప్పుడు. మై క్లాస్ ఈజ్ EEE, రైట్? క్లాస్ EEE 4th year. సో దీనికి ఇది స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్. కొంచెం స్పేస్ ఇద్దాం. see here, సో ఈ యొక్క క్లాస్ ఇదంతా నా ఎంటైర్, దిస్ మై ఎంటైర్ క్లాస్. Right, and it contains student information. This is a student 1 information, this is a student 2 information, this is the teacher information or main method information. Class is a collection of objects or variables. Variables ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి? లోపల ఉన్న మెథడ్ లో, బయట కూడా రాయొచ్చు వేరియబుల్స్. చెప్తాను, అవన్నీ ఇప్పుడు కాదు, కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వద్దు. క్లాస్ ఇది కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. క్లాస్ ఎవరంటే స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉంటారు. సేమ్ లైక్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కాకుండా బెంచ్లు ఉంటాయి, బోర్డు కూడా ఉంటుంది. Those are objects we have, those variables also we have, right? So class will contain members, nothing but students, nothing but methods, and as well as the variables like board, table, chair, chalk piece, everyone. Those are the inside of the class only, right? Now my question is, I want to create an object for this class. This is very very important, guys. I want to create object for the class. How many objects can I create with respect to class? ఎన్ని కావాలంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఈజ్ ద ఇన్స్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద క్లాస్ ఆర్ రిఫరెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద క్లాస్. సో కొత్త ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి కదా, కొత్త బిల్డింగ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి కదా. నేను వస్తున్నాను, ఈ క్లాస్ కి న్యూ బిల్డింగ్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి ఫ్రమ్ ద బ్లూ ప్రింట్. సేమ్ లైక్ న్యూ బిల్డింగ్ బదులు క్లాస్ నేమ్. ఇప్పుడు దాన్ని కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అని పిలుస్తామండి. ఓకే, బట్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ గుర్తుంది, క్లాస్ నేమ్ అని గుర్తుంది. వాట్ ఇస్ ద క్లాస్ నేమ్? EEE 4. This is the class name. Okay, this is my class name. This is class name for new class. Building 1. Building 1 construct చేస్తున్నాము. New building 1, right? Building 1 is equal to new building, new class building. B1 is the object reference. B1 is nothing but building 1. అలాగే బిల్డింగ్ 2 ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు, బిల్డింగ్ 3 ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు, బిల్డింగ్ 4 ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు, ఎన్ని బిల్డింగ్స్ అని ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు బై రిఫరెన్స్ టు ద క్లాస్, బై రిఫరెన్స్ టు ద బ్లూ ప్రింట్. కరెక్ట్. Class, this object has been derived from class. I'll expand it, okay? I'll write in big font and I'll change the fonts also so that it will be very clear. So triple E will be in blue, black object will be in black, blue will be on red color, and triple E will be on different color, will be green. Fine. So okay, now I'll write it, okay? This triple E will call it as class name. B1 is the object. We'll call it object reference. We'll call it as new is a keyword to create a object, and triple E4 is also class you can consider, but as of now I'll call it as a constructor. Okay, on the constructor you learn about on further classes, but whenever you want to create an object from the class, the syntax will be class name object reference is equal to new class name. Don't consider class name, call it as an object, not constructor, call it a constructor. First of all, that's why I explained new building. So new building has been constructed with respect to building 1 for the class. So like that I will write it. So this is the class name. Keep in mind, guys, very, very important. We'll write n number of things like this. This is a class name. This is object reference. This is new keyword to create an object. This is constructor. What is the syntax for object creation? Object creation syntax is class name object reference equal to new constructor. But first of all, write in the reverse direction. If anyone want explanation of it, right? First of all, we are creating a new constructor based upon the object reference. Then with respect to my class name. If I explain like this, then they can understand, yes, we need a constructor to create an object. After that, after the object created from the class name will be like that. Class name object reference equal to new constructor name. Constructors, okay, I will give small information. The name of the constructor should be equal to the name of the class. That is a rule. That is a rule. The name of the constructor should be equal to should be same as class name. I will write a small note here itself. Note. Name of the constructor but we have special class on constructors, not right now. Once we are done with basic Java, then I will tell you what about the constructors. Those are very, very important entry point of view. Each and everything is very important. Name should be same as class name. That one you keep in mind, okay? Anyway, we will discuss these things in further classes. Okay, so this is nothing but object creation. Any questions? Object creation, guys. This session will expire soon in 4 minutes. Please connect with the same link again. If the session expires, please connect with the same link. This session will expire in 4 minutes. Okay, I'm just giving heads up. Okay, so now can we do the same experiment in a using a class or using a program? All right. So I'm going to create this data type has been done. I'm in Magic. I'm creating another package like object versus class or class versus object. Give a meaningful name so that whenever you want to reference it, right, recalling it, you can check it. Oh, this is contains class and object. So here, first of all, I need to have a blueprint. I have to have a class. Class, I will take the same name as blueprint. Okay, now in this blueprint, I'm going to create create an object. We should have that students, right? Methods, there is no students there, right? I'm going to create students, just like void method. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about method. I'm going to create students. Okay, void 2bhk. Next is 3bhk. Jilla. See, instead of my class is blueprint. From the blueprint, I can construct 2bhk, I can construct 3bhk, I can construct villa. But if I want to get the properties of these things, I want to get the properties, behavior of the class, I need to create an object. How can I create an object? Okay, I'll write here itself. This is my 2bhk, right? This is 2bhk. Copy this, paste here. This is 3bhk. This is villa. These are the details of the buildings. Okay. So whenever I call villa, it will show, hi, I am villa. If I call 3bhk, hi, I am 3bhk. If I call 2bhk, it will, hi, I am 3bhk, 2bhk. So whatever calling here is important. So here I need to create an object for it. Okay, I'll keep this in again. I'll paste the same in the paint itself so that I can explain it clearly also. This has been done. New, obvious time to save it. Just here. See the program guide. Very, very important. I'll explain each and every program in the paint. Once you're clear, then I'll try to execute it. Good. So what is the starting point? The starting point is this is the starting point. This is the end point. Here. Now tell me, how can you create an object? This session will expire soon. Please connect the same link, guys. Online people, please connect. Okay. Okay. So how can you get the properties of the class? By creating object. How can you create an object? Tell me the thing, syntax. How can I write it? Blueprint. Take any reference. B. Here. Now, important is this B. Okay. This B will contain the properties of blueprint. Listen here, guys. Okay. So now this B is very, very important. This is a building, right? This is my first building. First building has been derived from the class only, right? Entire properties will be taken into B. B will have 2bhk, B will have 3bhk information, B will have villa information also, including main method information. Entire class property has been moved into B. B is a object. Objects need a space, memory. Class doesn't have any memory. That one you need to keep in mind. Okay. They will ask what is the difference between class and object. Class cannot have any memory locations, but whereas object will take memory location. Class object has been derived from the class only. That's why it is called as instance of a class. Object create, like we can create n number of objects from one class. Class cannot be multiple. Only one class, but we have n number of objects. Like that, I can create B, B1, C, C1, F, F1. I can create lakhs of classes. There is no limit to stop the class number of objects. Now B is taking all the properties of the class. Class nothing but blueprint class. The properties has moved into B. Now B contains the properties of 2 BHK, 3 BHK, villa, and main method. But where I need to create this object? Where I need to write this object? I let the object reference where my code starts, where my code executes, where my code executes. Method. Main method try. So what I will do, I'll write the same thing in a main method because my program executes in only main method, right? So I'll write go here. Now I try to execute it. Where I have to create the object? Here only, right? What is the object? Let's go here. Class name. Paste here. B equal to. Sir, what, sir? Here written small b, here written capital B. It's my wish. Object anything, right? Object reference can be any name. It cannot be like B only. Small b, capital. There is no. If you write small b, it will create another object. Like a variable. Object reference we'll call it as. Now, capital B contains the properties of 2 BHK, 3 BHK villa. Yes or no? Now, if I want to call 2 BHK with reference to object reference only. Okay. This separate ga 2 BHK call cheyakkarledu. Already B lo anni unnai. A to Z class lo unnai, A to Z and B lo unnai. Just write B dot call the method. What is the method? 2 BHK. Write 2 BHK here. It will ask to write here. See here, 2 BHK is from blueprint. See this. This method is blueprint, but I am taken into big. Now tell me, 2 BHK method has been called or not? 2 BHK student has been called or not? From object reference, which is placed in main method. Okay. Malik sir, అక్కడ పేస్ట్ చేస్తానండి ఇదే ప్రోగ్రామ్ మళ్ళీ నాకు అర్థమవుతుంది మీకు. Oh, you need this? Okay, సేవ్ చేస్తాను. Creating object. Fine. Now see here, starting at any point. I created object for B. B will take the entire properties of the class. So here what I'm doing, I'm calling the student. Student is 2 BHK. Method is 2 BHK. So whenever call this, the program will go here and start from here and try to execute it. Once execution has been done, again it will revert back to the main method. Where I have called, it will come to the same position. I will give the numbers, order of execution. So this one we have created object. Once object created, I'm calling a method with respect to object reference. This method will execute as a third part. Now after that, it will return to the main method. Let me save this. I will call it as calling a method. Guys, I'm giving the images also, okay? That's why I told you, right? I will explain each and everything in the logic, okay? Calling methods. How many methods as of now I called? Only one method. Nothing. That method is 2 BHK. Now try to execute it. Where my program will start executing? From main method. Let me right click and run as. This is 2 BHK. 2 BHK called. Now tomorrow what you'll do? Go for 3 BHK, go for villa. Don't try to create the same method. Try to create a student method. Okay, student 1, student 2. Give student as hi, this is Manohar, hi, this is Suresh, hi, this is Josie, hi, this is Jansi. And try to print it with respect to different methods. try to call the methods student 1, student 2, student 3, so that you clear on that object created and I'm calling the method. Object created, I'm calling the method. This is the basic thing I'm telling right now. Tomorrow we deal with variables. We have different variables. At what condition we call it as 3 different variables are there? How the 3 variables will be differentiated with respect to 3 types. Just 1 minute, guys. There is no power. Just give them 1 minute.